Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll discuss about the James Webb Telescope. So let's get started. The James Webb Telescope was named after the second administrator of NASA, James Edwin Webb. In this picture, you guys can see the James Webb Telescope in its rocket Ariane 5. The James Webb Telescope is loaded in the cargo bay of its rocket. If we would create a weighing machine as tall as a 3-story building and as wide as a football field and then keep the James Webb Telescope on it, the James Webb Telescope would measure around 6 metric tons. This is a picture comparison between the James Webb Telescope and a 3-story high building. In this picture, you guys can see where the James Webb Telescope will be launched. It took NASA 3 decades and over 10,000 people volunteered to build the $10 billion observatory. Now let's talk about the different parts of the James Webb Telescope. There are two main parts of the James Webb Telescope: the functional side and the observatory side. The functional side contains three main parts: the high-gain antenna, spacecraft bus, and the star trackers. The high-gain antenna will send the signal to the control room, and the control room will receive the signal, and vice versa. The spacecraft bus contains the spacecraft essentials, and the star trackers will ensure that the James Webb Telescope is in its place or not. Now let us talk about the observatory side. The observatory side also has three main parts: the primary mirror, the secondary mirror, and the science instrument module. The primary mirror reflects the infrared light to the secondary mirror. The secondary mirror then reflects that same infrared light to the science instrument module, where the science instrument module will study from when the light was received, how many year old was the light, and how many year old is the object. The most important part of the observatory is the sun shield. The sun shield has 7 layers. Now you guys might be wondering, why 7 thin layers and not one thick layer? Well, that is because one thick layer would be heat conductive. And you guys might be saying that, well, what if we make a non-heat conducting metal and put it on the James Webb Telescope? Well, it will be difficult to fold the metal and put the James Webb Telescope in the cargo bay of the Ariane 5 rocket. So now let's talk about some fun facts about the James Webb Telescope. The James Webb Telescope is the biggest telescope in the history. The second fact is that the James Webb Telescope will spot the first light ever created in the universe. One side of the James Webb Telescope is hotter than the Death Valley, while the other is colder than Antarctica. The Webb will orbit the Sun 1,000,000 miles away from Earth. This place is called the Lagrange point. The L2 is 4 times farther away from Earth than the Moon. The James Webb Telescope is so sensitive that it can detect the heat signature of a small bee from the Earth to the Moon. So thank you for watching me.